We're going to install the P90 Billet aluminum trigger by Dorin Technologies. You don't need any tools, but a non-marring pry tool might help. Let's get started. With the magazine removed, rack the cocking handle assembly to clear the rifle. Next, press the takedown button and remove the receiver. Then tilt the stock so the breech block assembly drops out. Slide the butt plate up and out of the stock, then remove the trigger housing assembly by pulling up on the release lever. Remove the operating rod. This can be done without tools, but it may be helpful to use a non-marring pry tool to pop the operating rod out of its position. With the safety selector in its firing position, pull the trigger rearward and move the trigger stop forward. Then lift up the front of the trigger stop before sliding the entire trigger assembly forward and lifting out of the stock. Again, no tools are needed, but a non-marring pry tool may help. Put both triggers next to each other, facing up as shown. To remove the trigger stop, turn it counterclockwise and tilt toward the top right. Then reverse to install on your new billet aluminum trigger. With the trigger stop in the up position, install the new trigger in the stock and move rearward. Move the trigger stop down into the assembly, then push the trigger assembly forward to move the stop in place. Install the operating rod as shown, with the bend in the rod facing downward at the rear of the stock. Click the rod in place on the trigger assembly, then push the rod into its guide channel in the stock. Reinstall the trigger housing assembly. Slide the butt plate back into the stock. Install the breech block assembly. Install the receiver. Check for function, and you're good to go.